Well, folks, um, it's story time. I've blown four XFAs in 4 weeks. No, three XFAs in 4 weeks. I've gotten four funded in the same amount of time. This is the first Friday in 4 weeks that I did not blow up my XFA. And it could have very easily been blown up. Um, I did overtrade, but I made a profit. Thank goodness I made a profit. I had a lot more profit and I eroded it away because I made some very, very bad mistakes. Um, I did eventually lock myself out, so I would quit making mistakes. I hit the personal lockout button, and that's what saved me. But I'm embarrassed to say what I did. This is last night at 8 o'clock. I was at work and I was like, oh man, that looks like a good trade setup because the ES had retraced down to 50% of the weekly range, which was a hypo that I'd had. And then we came up to through the breaker. There is a fair value gap on the way up, a couple of them there. And then once we got above it, we kind of just hung out, but we wicked into it right there. And I think maybe somewhere around this fair value gap, I went ahead and took a long. And I was aiming, I actually was doing it over here on the Nasdaq. I took the position based on the price action of the ES, but I took the position over here. And you can see this is the same PD array in a 15-minute. If I shrink it down to a 1-minute, you can see it a little better. Let's go back to that time frame. Okay, so this one hit it to the tick. Nasdaq colored outside the lines as usual. And we did have a really nice fair value gap as we were pushing through the breaker. We came back and touched it. And I went ahead and took a long. And I was aiming, of course, for my weekly high objective way up here. But it got up to right here, a little bit higher. This is a new week opening gap for this week. And it just wicked up into the top of it, touched a couple of times, and then absolutely fell out of bed. And I had to kill that trade. Where I was sitting right here, I had $3,000 profit, and I did not take it. And then when it fell out of bed, well, if I would have left my original stop down here below the breaker, it would have been fine. It would have never got hit, and it went right back up. And I would have been up here in the $3,000 range. It even went higher. Look at there. That's up there at about $4,000 range. And then, of course, when the market opened, we ended up falling out of bed again. This is in London. We went even higher. And then somebody said something in the news, and it put up that giant candle. There was no news release today scheduled for futures. No big news driver. But something about tariffs made this little 152-point candle pop up. And I can't remember if I was in a position or not when that happened, but it was not pretty. I think I was, and I think it got me way down in the hole real quick. But long story short, there was a lot of profit in the unrealized P&L button today that I did not take advantage of. And then I ended up getting caught up in all the chop in this little beautiful section right here. Still long bias. I did not want to take a short, but anytime it would dip down, I would take a long, and I would be in profit. Right here, I was in profit. And I said, surely we're going to take the highs. I had my take profit right above that high right there. And it fell out of bed again. This one really burned me because I had a big stop on there, and it was bad. So I'm lucky to be in profit. I'm I had lots of opportunities. If all I had to do was lock in my money, and I would have been fine, but I didn't. And so I'm lucky to have a profitable day on this Friday. I'm happy to have a profitable day, but I am a little bit sad that I did not lock in the profit when I had it. I mean, quite literally, I was up $3,000 on this trade right there. And I did make money on it. I killed it at $1,000. I just eroded it away when we got over here to this section. So, you live, you learn. I'm not a professional trader. I'm just a guy trying to learn just like y'all are. And I think my lesson for next week is when you see profit, you take that profit. Go into the market with you can look at a level, that's fine, but go into the market with the idea of, okay, $500 a day is enough, or $1,000 a day is enough. And when you see that, take it and lock your dadgum account, because the market will trick you into believing it's going somewhere and it's not going. Of course, I had this level up here marked out since last week, and I thought for sure we were going to go there today, but we did not. So any of these shorts, I didn't take advantage of at all. I did the same thing earlier in the week with the 50% level of last week's retrace. And until we hit it, I made money when we hit it, but all of those days that we filled the gap, I did not make money because I wasn't comfortable taking a long position. And today I wasn't comfortable taking a short position. But we had a really nice reversal signal right here, and I just missed it. We went up, we made a lower high. We came down, we pushed through the fair value gap, through the breaker with a fair value gap, never even returned to the fair value gap. Sell short on that green candle, and you're good all the way to the bottom of the range. This is a low right here. You're good all the way to there. That was an excellent trade, but I was not in the frame of mind of taking shorts. So I let it go and waited till it got down here and took a long. Made money, made nice money, and let it go away in all this chop because I was wanting it to go way the heck up here. Even take out the high of the day, I thought, but no. So I was wrong on my direction, and I let it erode my profit big time. But, next time I'm up $2,000 on a day or $3,000 on a day, I'm taking my daggum profit. That's my lesson for you today. ES's reversal pattern was really nice. And when we had those big drops, I viewed that as a liquidity grab. Somebody with big money wanting to buy down here. And then that was a indication that we had more upside. And we did. We took out this high. A buy down here would have definitely paid you money, but you can't just hold it till the cows come home in a market that's putting up candles like that. It's just a bad idea. Somehow I have a trading combine, and I left it alone. I did take a short when it got down here, and I ended up making a max profit day in my trading combine. Also made money in my practice account with some trades I took over there. But in my real money account, I made money, but man, the potential was so much higher today. So I'm not sure if marking these levels on the chart and expecting price to go there is a good idea. If the price is heading there, you can say, okay, well, we may go all the way to here. But if it's not heading there, buying down here and expecting it to go all the way up there and refusing to see the writing on the wall, that's a bad idea. I'll stand right here and tell you that's a bad idea. You're a whole lot better off grabbing a hold of that bird in the hand instead of the two that may be hiding in the bush. That right there was one heck of a trade, and I missed out on it. I didn't take my profit when I should have taken my profit. This one right here, one heck of a trade. And that other one was too. both of those paid well over $1,000. I was trading 10 micros as well, but both of them paid well over $1,000. There'll be other days, there'll be better days. I'm going to get on here one of these days and report some serious gains, and because I'm getting this stuff down, getting better every day. I just got to get better at locking in my profits. What I'm going to try to do next week is when I see, like, say I'm just aiming for this level right here, go ahead and take that money, lock my account, and be done for the day, and walk away with that $1,000, $2,000, whatever it happens to be, because that is a beautiful setup. It came in during Asia, but that is a beautiful setup right there. A beautiful reversal, right to the breaker. Boom, pulling away with a fair value gap. You get in right here on this red candle if you wanted to. It's a beautiful setup, and I can't let those slip by and still call myself a good trader. I've got to take profit when I see profit, or at least trail my stop a little higher. I was trailing it, but I remember watching a video, I think it was Tanya Trades, and she likes to keep her stop 2 PD arrays away from price action. So this is 1 and this is 2, and price was trading right here. So once you get up into here, and we got 1 there, that's a fair value gap. So that's 1. And then here's another one right here, 2. So you have your stop way the heck down here. Well, that's $2,000 worth of movement right there. And it happened very quickly. Should have killed it when it was stalling right there at the top of that end log, but I didn't. So that's my weekly what did Don mess up this week video. I messed that up big time. But, we're growing. We're getting successful. We're getting better every single week. And, you hear it all the time. Emotions is what makes a trader. When I'm in a trade and I'm up 3,000 and I'm thinking it's going to 10, that's emotions. Take your dadgum money. When you're up 3,000, kill it. Lock your account. Go out and dance in the driveway. But truthfully, I've heard that you don't need to be getting excited when you win or when you lose. The emotion should be flat in that situation. But I have not conquered that yet. I get excited when I win and I get pissed off when I lose. So I still have a lot of work to do on my emotions. But remember to be kind to yourself and be kind to one another. I love each and every one of you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. If you haven't subscribed, please do. That helps refer the video to other folks. Until next time, trade well.